Ever feel like you're on a wild goose chase just trying to find decent tech support?
Oh, tell me about it. Sifting through websites, promises you can't be sure about. It's enough to make anyone's head spin.
And it's not just about fixing a cracked screen, right? It's about finding a company that actually gets your business, your needs, your goals,
A tall order for sure.
which is why today we're taking a deep dive into AramisTech.
Okay, AramisTech.
They're a family-owned IT company here in Miami and Broward. We've got their website pulled up, some marketing stuff they sent over, even a few testimonials to see what their clients are saying.
Lay it on me.
All right, so first impressions. Their website very heavy on the personalized service angle.
Interesting. A lot of companies try to go for that personal touch, but do they deliver is the question.
Right. And they really hit on those family values, being a trusted partner, not just another faceless tech company.
So far, so good, I guess. But what about the actual services they offer? Can they walk the walk?
That's what we're here to find out. They seem to cover a lot. I mean, we're talking everything from basic computer repair to setting up cloud systems, like the whole shebang.
Ambitious. Okay, so they're not just fixing printers. That's a good start.
Right. They mention workstation maintenance, PC or Mac, file server maintenance, even Active Directory and Exchange Google Workspace support.
Hold on. That last part, Active Directory and all that, might sound like gibberish to some of our listeners. Can you break that down a bit?
For sure. So imagine you've got a whole team, right? Everyone needs access to files, shared drives, the works. Active Directory is kind of like that central control panel for it all,
Yeah.
managing who gets access to what, making sure everything stays secure.
Okay, starting to see how that goes beyond just like fixing a broken laptop.
Yeah.
We're talking to the backbone of how a business operates.
Exactly. And then you've got Exchange or Google Workspace, which handle email, calendars, all that good stuff.
So they're covering all the bases when it comes to communication and collaboration within a company. Makes sense.
Makes sense. And they've also got this whole thing about Synology NAS maintenance.
Now, there's a term you don't hear every day.
Right. For anyone who's not a tech whiz, basically, think of it like this. You wouldn't just stuff your most important documents in any old drawer, right?
You'd want them somewhere safe, organized, easy to get to.
Exactly. A Synology, it's like a high security vault for your data.
Especially important these days with data breaches and all that.
Yeah.
Companies need to be on top of their data security.
Big time. And AramisTech, they're positioning themselves as the guys to handle it, setting these systems up, making sure they run smoothly, keeping that data safe and accessible.
So they're not just understanding the technology, but also the real-world implications for businesses. Data security equals peace of mind.
Right. And they really seem to get that. Even their marketing material stresses this long-term support angle.
Oh, interesting. As opposed to just quick fixes.
Yeah, like they're invested in the long haul, keeping your IT healthy and running smoothly.
Which, let's be real, is what most businesses actually need. Because when your technology goes down...
Everything grinds to a halt.
Exactly. It sounds like AramisTech understands that.
It's true. For a lot of business owners, IT can feel like this black box. They know it's important, but they don't necessarily understand it.
Right, like, just make the computers work, please.
Exactly. And I think that's where AramisTech is smart. They're not hiding behind their technology.
How so?
Well, take a look at their website. They've got this whole section, Meet the Team.
Okay, I've seen those. A lot of companies have those generic team photos, right?
Yeah, but this is different. They've got individual profiles for each key member. Aramis Sr., the founder, he's got, over 20 years of experience in the industry?
Wow, so they've been around the block a few times.
Then there's Aramis Jr., the software guru, I guess you could say.
The next generation.
And rounding it out, there's Gabriel. He's their troubleshooting expert, the one who swoops in and saves the day when things go haywire.
It's smart, putting faces to names like that. Makes them seem more approachable, right?
Totally. It's not just a logo or a company name. It's like, hey, we're real people who understand your tech problems.
And that's got to be reassuring for a lot of business owners, especially when they're handing over the reins to their entire IT infrastructure.
Especially in a place like Miami, where business moves fast, you don't have time for tech headaches.
No kidding. So they're putting themselves out there as a team, building that trust factor. But what about the proof in the pudding? How happy are their actual clients?
Right. Anyone can talk a big game, but let's see what the customers have to say. We've got a few testimonials lined up.
Hit me with them.
Okay, so first up, Sarah M. She owns a small boutique here in Miami. She was having these constant internet outages.
Oof. That's a nightmare for any business, but especially retail.
Totally. And she's saying AramisTech responded super quickly, figured out the problem, had her back up and running the same day.
Music to a business owner's ears.
Right. Then we've got David L. He's in charge of IT for a healthcare company. He was worried about HIPAA compliance, making sure all that patient data is
Of
secure.
course, that's huge in healthcare.
Absolutely. And David was really impressed by how seriously they took it.
So they weren't just throwing tech solutions at him, they were actually listening to his concerns.
They worked with him to create a custom setup that met all the HIPAA requirements, but still addressed his company's needs.
That's that personalized service they were talking about, actually putting it into action.
Exactly. And it's not just a one-size-fits-all approach, which is what you want to see. And we've got one more testimonial here. Lisa R. She runs a real estate agency. You know how hectic that can be.
Oh yeah, agents constantly on the go, paperwork flying everywhere.
Exactly. And she was drowning in it all. Plus, trying to figure out how to get her agents more mobile, access to everything they need no matter where they are.
It's essential these days.
Yeah.
So how did AramisTech help her out?
Well, they helped her go paperless, implemented this whole cloud-based storage system.
Smart move. Secure, accessible from anywhere, perfect for a real estate agency.
Totally. Now her agents have all the documents, contracts, everything at their fingertips, no matter where a showing takes them.
It's like they always say, right?
Yeah,
The right tech should make your life easier, not harder.
for sure.
Yeah.
And it really highlights how AramisTech isn't just about fixing things when they break. They're about finding solutions that actually transform how a business operates.
Right, and that takes a deeper level of understanding, both the tech side and the business side.
It's like they're speaking both languages, which can be rare to find, honestly. We started out talking about how they emphasize that human element of tech support.
Yeah, that whole trusted partner vibe.
But as we've gone through these testimonials, it's clear their technical expertise is just as strong.
Oh, absolutely. They're not shying away from the complex stuff. Cloud migration, data security, all of it.
So we've covered a lot of ground with AramisTech, their services, their team, what other businesses are saying about them, what's the verdict.
What's striking me is they're not trying to be everything to everyone. They've found their niche. Local businesses here in Miami, Broward, they understand the challenges, the landscape.
Yeah, they're not some big faceless corporation 1,000 miles away.
Exactly. And they're clearly in it for the long haul, building those relationships with their clients.
Because at the end of the day, when your technology works, your business works.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So for anyone listening who's nodding along, maybe feeling a little overwhelmed by their own IT situation, maybe the AramisTech is worth a look.
Absolutely. Check them out. They've got that free consultation offer on their website. No harm in starting the conversation.
Always good to explore your options. All right, folks, that's a wrap on this deep dive into AramisTech. Until next time, keep those tech headaches at bay.